So we're on to public question period. I believe over to the clerk first, because I think we had something in writing to start with, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, we had a number of emails received from area residents throughout the city with a question related to the Road Safety Committee report. Why is the Road Safety Committee and council members not helping to protect Mississauga residents by addressing and implementing the 11 recommendations presented to improve survey voting on speed bumps?
And are we having someone from staff answer that question? Over to you, Mr. Commissioner.
To you, Mr. Chair, I can provide some comments really on the traffic calming process. And I think, staff currently work with all the councillors on our traffic calming consultation process, and will continue to do so in the future and going forward, really around meeting the needs of the community. So staff are willing to host public meetings at any point through the process, whether that's in person or virtual. We allow feedback from the public on any venue they're comfortable with, whether that's online, email, correspondence through the councillor's office, mail, fax, etc. And all that information is then provided on the city's website throughout the process, which includes details on the quantity, type, location of the traffic calming measures. And we also provide updates on the city's website regarding the status. So, in short, we have a traffic calming policy, and that policy provides us with a flexible process to meet the needs of the community, and we do so in consultation with the local ward councillors.
Thank you for that. Do we have any confirmed questioners for today from the public?
We have somebody that's supposed to be here in person, Mr. Dan Anderson. I'm not sure if he's here.
Okay, so we'll call down Mr. Anderson to ask his question. Thank you.
With the indulgence of the chair, I wonder if my question has to do with the 11 recommendations that were referenced just prior to this. If prior to starting the time, if you would, if it would be okay if the slide was presented so it was clear to the councillors what I was referencing.
I would prefer if you just ask your question. It is question period, and I believe this matter has been brought to council's attention in the past. I'm assuming every member of council has done their homework and has looked at the issues that have been raised through correspondence. I would prefer you just ask a question. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. Could my time start over? Thank you. It makes it more awkward. If you change your mind, I'd appreciate it. The 11 recommendations have never been displayed in this forum, and they were not part of Agenda 11.4. Now, contrary to the Agenda 11.4 report from Councillor Dasco and the Road Safety Committee, my question is to Councillors Demerla, Parrish, Kovac, and Hornick, is whether they would initiate some actions by putting forward a motion today to establish a new subcommittee, perhaps co-chaired by Councillors Kovac and Hornick, to address the set of 11 recommendations that were presented to the Road Safety Committee on November the 21st on the issue of survey voting of residents, on the numbers of speed bumps and alternate measures for speed control. And this is where I was going to ask again that the 11 recommendations be actually displayed. As chair of the Road Safety Committee, Councillor Dasco has procedurally indicated, I believe in Agenda 11.4, that those recommendations are outside the scope, at least the immediate scope of interest of the current committee. And so the committee is essentially, through the Agenda 11.4, procedurally not recommending any actions be taken by the General Committee nor by Council regarding those 11 recommendations. But it has become clear that the Council, with advice from that new subcommittee, would help a great deal in providing specific direction to Commissioner Wright to resolve fundamental problems with the procedures that he currently requires staff to follow for survey votes of affected residents on speed control measures.
So the question is, should we set up a subcommittee? Is that the question? Any member of council
No,
wish
that's
to answer
not
that
the question, sir. Sir, the question is with regards to the 11 recommendations, but...
No, but I think your question was, should we set up a subcommittee to deal with these issues? I
Well,
think you asked that question.
Sir,
so I'd like someone, if they wish,
Sir,
to answer that
if
question.
If I may.
No, I'm the chair of the meeting. You are not.
No, I agree.
And I think you asked a question about whether we should set up a subcommittee. Is there anyone that wishes to answer that question? Councillor Dasco, did you want to talk about that as chair of the Road Safety Committee?
Yeah, through the chair, and thank you, Mr. Anderson, for coming.
I wasn't finished my explanation, my question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
We had you come and you gave your deputation. We received it. Staff are looking at those as well. I have not heard anybody that's asked for a subcommittee. I will ask committee members if there's a desire for that. But thank you for your question and thank you for coming today.
May I reference other questions have been blocked and for
Okay.
incorrect
Thanks, Mr. Anderson. Thanks for coming today.